I'll give you my credentials. I'm on the St Helens Roads Committee. I was constable of the parish, and I've been involved with the parish of St Helens for 37 years. My main concern is the people in Kingston Place, Kingston Street, and the streets that lead off. Earlier this year, public services staff came to the Roads Committee to explain the plans they had developed at that stage around those areas. One of the things that came out was that for the next possibly 5 years plus, the construction site coming from the General Hospital, the vehicles would be mounting the pavements and we had to make alterations to the pavements to allow this to happen. I got very, very concerned about the number of people that live in Liver Street and Kingston Place and Kingston Street because of possible compensation claims. If you have lorries bouncing, 10 tonne, 15 tonne, 20 tonne lorries bouncing on and off pavements, you are going to do some damage. Plus, of course, the danger to children that live in the area and pensioners and people that live in the area. Since the plans have come to light, I'm also concerned about the fact that the number of people that are going to live in the shadows of these buildings, and they're going to have to live in the shadows of these buildings for a very, very long time. And one can imagine how the people trying to get around these areas, the difficulty that's going to be created. Now, I'm going to be very, very short. There are 3 sites within 10 minutes that the states own that could be used. 2 of those sites, and I've measured them from the General Hospital, are within 5 minutes, and that's without using a klaxon or a blue light. People in Jersey, when they see emergency vehicles, are inclined to pull over to the side and let the vehicles through. Over the years, I've been involved in a number of states projects where on one committee that I sat on, which was the Magistrates Court Committee, they looked at 20 sites. I went away on holiday, gave it some thought, came back, put the sites forward and how to do it. That was built within 4 years. So really speaking, the states themselves create problems because certain factions within the states want to do their own thing and take no notice of the public. This is a public consultation, and very often what has been happening of late is different departments come along to meetings that I attend and say, we've come to consult. Now, consultation is about talk. It's about putting ideas forward, not coming along and telling people what you are going to do and then say, we've consulted. I spoke to Mr. Place and Mr. Dwyer. They both had different versions for the Westerway building. And Mr. Dwyer, I believe, is no longer on the scene, but through the Alzheimer's Association, they came and gave us a talk. And both had different, not together, but both had different opinions of what the Westerway building was going to be used for. The island plan is for people, it's for human beings. It's not the other way around, in that it's there to serve the public, not to create all sorts of problems for the public. As I've said, there are a number of sites within easy reach of this, sites that could be built and developed quite easily. I was a building contractor for 30 years, so I've got an idea what I'm talking about when I say an open site is a much easier way to develop than a closed site with all the problems that creates. The public are, I'm sorry to say, Mr. Stratton, kept in the dark. I don't know how many designs I've seen on this development, and it's not to the same. They constantly change their mind. We've seen one plan after another, And that's what's confusing the general public of this island. And no wonder the public aren't interested, because they know that at the end of the day, any contribution they make is set aside. The politicians, the council and ministers have made up their mind what they want, and we are going to have to put up with it. Now, we're talking a building that's going to last 60 years, and, you know, if we're going to build a hospital, let's build it in the right place, where the people can get to it. Thank you very much.